How you do, cousins? It's Rusty here. Now, some of you have never seen my face before. I know what you're thinking. Two things. Number one, man, he's way more handsome than I realized. I get that a lot. And then also, how can that guy be in his 60s? Well, stranger things have happened. Anyhow, this video today, folks, is going to be a couple of things. We're going to talk some more about the relief efforts in my area, and we're going to show some stuff that I'm selling right now. A lot of these items you're going to see today have been donated by none other than you, followers of this channel. Thank you so much, folks, for all of the donations, both financially and in items that I can sell and put that money into my community. Again, if you're interested at all in helping, please email us, slickwebmedia@gmail.com. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Lots of people have been given. Lots of people have been super generous. I appreciate all your thoughts and prayers. This community is going to need a lot of work to rebuild over a long period of time. But we're working right now. We're close to getting the school up and ready that I've been volunteering with. But I've got lots of items that have sold. I'm going to show you items that I'm fixing to sell. So what does it look like to be a reseller in the midst of a natural disaster? Well, you're going to see exactly what that looks like for me in this area. Let's get into it. Starting off this morning, I've got a variety of things here that have sold that I need to fulfill. The first item here is a very nice set. It's a necklace. It's 14 karat gold with diamonds and matching earrings. These are going out. This was a very nice sale. This is right around $3,400 worth in gold weight, just the weight, 70 some grams of 14 karat gold, but this sold for around $3,900, so more than the gold weight because it is a functional set with the original packaging, which is great. Finally sold this 14 karat gold. It's a 0S size antique pocket watch. It's a beautiful little watch here. You can see the nice Roman numeral porcelain face there. It's got it's an open face on the front there. On the back, what's super cool about it is that it has this gorgeous enamel paint of like a bird and flowers. Beautiful women's pocket watch there. Next up, we got this really nice necklace. It's got 12 karat gold, a solid gold clasp, a barrel clasp there, and then these are graduated angel skin coral beads. Coral, which comes from the ocean. This is something you need to keep an eye on because I find this type of stuff regularly mixed in with costume jewelry because they think it's just glass or something like that, but in reality, it's a naturally occurring thing that grows in the ocean, and coral comes in various colors: pink, white, red, black. Really nice colored red tends to bring about the best values, although angel skin coral has done really well for me in the past as well. Right here we just got a small little lot of some 18 karat gold pieces of jewelry. We've got a little lightweight bracelet in there, some beads, and a little pendant. That went as well. And then we have a nice pair of 14 karat gold earrings here that have authentic coins from the Roman era. You can see these have like this, it's kind of got a temple on one side, and on the back side it's got these strands that look like wheat, but they're dangle earrings. They're made out of 14 karat gold. Those are a nice sale as well. It has taken me probably 30 minutes to unpackage all of this jewelry. Down here we have steel bags, and these are all pairs of earrings. We've got, it just completely ranges. Some of them, have like colored beads. Some of them are checked glass. Some of these are Austrian, West Germany pieces, older ones. Also newer design pieces. We've even got some loose ones here. And we got stick pins here. This is going to be cufflinks and tie bars and the like. Back here we got more kind of the glam stuff, imitation pearls. In some cases, real pearls, cultured pearls, various beads. We've got, you know, cuff bracelets and stuff, watches, and then just various colored necklaces, and these are all jumbled, of course. I've got to lay them all out. Some have pendants. There are some with rhinestones, some with glass. There are brooches mixed in here. I mean, just oodles of treasures. And the deal is everything from this lot has been in one of our eBay stores for at least this year and has not sold either individually or in small lots. We got, like I said, brooches, pins, rings, various things, some kind of more glam pieces, you know, chunky gold filled or gold colored necklaces. And the deal here is that I'm going to now take all of these and put them in one large lot. So there's going to be somewhere up several hundreds, if not into the over 1,000 pieces, and a pair of earrings, of course, would be counted as one. But I got to go through so that I can photograph this correctly. I've got to move it all off. And then I've got up to 24 photos in a listing, so I want to do a bunch of the gold-colored and silver-colored necklaces that are plain. Then I'm going to move on to necklaces that are a little bit more, you know, colorful. Maybe they have a pendant or they have different colored stones. Then I'm going to move over to bracelets. I'll do one that's just rings, maybe brooches. A couple of photos will be just earrings. Then I'll have a section with stick pins, tie bars, cufflinks, and we're going to try to run this out. This, you know, if I got 1,000 pieces in here, I would love to get $2 a piece. So $2,000 for this. That may be asking too much. But most of these pieces, folks, could be sold individually for $5. You know, $5 for a necklace or you know, a nice ring that fits you is nothing. And so this could be a reseller's lot. This could be somebody who does crafting work. But this is kind of one of those things, a way I have to pivot is, here's some more that I haven't even pulled out of the, looks like a sterling one right down here, but ones that didn't sell, I gotta be smart. I gotta find a way to move this product, get it out. I get jewelry all the time, so moving a large load like this is not a big deal. I've got a large container of 100 pounds of costume jewelry downstairs right now. I'm just asking $400 for it, you know, so that would be a lot of resale for someone, or crafting, as I said. So this is going to take the next hour or so for me to get photographed and set up. But, you know, if I can get $1,000 to $2,000 for a day's worth of work or less, it's still definitely worth the time to put something together like this. This is a bunch more jewelry I have here. There's a bunch of loose stuff on the top here, but there's a lot of these bags of just loose jewelry, costume jewelry stuff. This is roughly 100 pounds, folks, of jewelry that needs to be going up in the store. Real soon we're going to get that going. Up here on the wall, we've got some stuff. I got a couple of instruments I'm going to be throwing up to sell. This is an old and vintage guitar from probably the 1930s, and the reason I say that is because of this sort of fake perloid stuff on the headstock there, but it doesn't have strings on it at the moment, and when I bought it, it had a nice vintage pickup, which I did sell. I'm going to get this strung up and for sale. We got a beautiful resonator here, and I found this guitar strap. It's an vintage Ace guitar strap from the 1960s. Those hold some pretty good values. I've got 3 or 4 of those. I may be throwing this up as well. And then, you know, I've got some really cool stuff. You can see that this pot right here, like, I only paid $30 for this puppy. It's very large. And it's hand painted. I've got some Satsuma pottery here that's going to go up fairly soon in the store. I've got some bronze statues that have not sold yet. I'm going to have to reduce some price in here. Some really cool ceramics. This is a Royal Copenhagen piece here, just a little saucer, and you know, several things that I've just been holding on to. It's not ideal for me to sell this stuff. I was actually holding on to this to put into the antique store, which I had been selling at. Unfortunately, that antique store was in Biltmore Village along the river. So you probably know without me telling you, that place has been destroyed. I lost multiple thousands of dollars worth of inventory, I'm sad to say, there. And so I was preferring to sell that locally so that I didn't have to ship it. But now I'm going to have to kind of pivot. There's some bigger items, some breakable things I don't like to ship, but you know what? I got to do what I got to do. So I'm going to have to get these things measured, weighed, photographed up in the store so I can keep generate some of these sales that I need to be having right now. Given the fact that I've lost a decent amount of inventory, I need to start putting some new stuff in that's just been sort of sitting around. Opening up a little cabinet here, I've had some stuff I've been sitting on, not really doing a whole lot with. This is some newer sports cards. These are not new. These are some old, looks like these are old, Superman-oriented cards. But I do have some good ones here, and this is not great for filming here, of course. But I've got some really nice old vintage cards here, some Reggie Jackson, some vintage baseball cards. I've got some really decent stuff in here, and just so you know, these are all set up in these, they're set up in these what they call top loaders, and these folks are made. This is not an original. It'd be worth a lot. This is a remake, but Mickey Mantle. But these top loaders are exactly what these grading companies like PSA require you to send these in order for them to do what they need to do to do some grading. So I got some basketball cards here. I got some old stuff. I got some decent cards here. Got some Michael Jordan cards here in the back. I've got several of these Reggie Jackson cards. I came into a large lot of these, but I've got various other nice older cards that originally I wanted to, I wanted to throw these up and get them graded. But now, because time is sort of the essence, it seems as though I might have to throw these up as is. So I'm not going to get as high of a price, unfortunately, but I will still get some decent prices for some of this stuff. That's okay. Sometimes it's better to have money in your hand at the moment than it is to wait around. It looks like I got some football cards in here too. Got some decent stuff. There's some old Nolan Ryan stuff in here as well, someplace or other. So I may have to start throwing these up, just whatever I can do to kind of get by the next couple of months until I can get back on a normal schedule of going out and sourcing. I got a couple of nice old containers here. I may have to go ahead and just sell these, but I try to hold some stuff that's already listed, like this pair of solid gold, antique cufflinks. Those are nice. I've got, here's some jade and 14 karat stuff. I've got sterling silver bracelets and rings that I need to get out and sell. Here's a nice, this is a Pandora brand necklace with some beads in it. We got a nice Tiffany & Company, some sort of something or other. That may be a pendant. I can't remember. A 14 karat gold heart pendant here. So this is some of my nice, gold earrings there. Some really nice old vintage pocket watches that I need to start sorting through. Here's some nice upcultured pearls with a nice 14 karat gold clasp on that. As I'm digging around, this is all stuff that some of this has been listed. This is some nice gemstones, but that's like a gold vermeil over sterling silver bracelet. It's a beautiful little bracelet. There's some other stuff down in here that I really need to get working on. Another nice turquoise, sort of Southwest signed bracelet. What else we got down in here? Another really nice pocket watch with a key in here. Must be a key crank, maybe a fusee. I'm not sure. Here's some pearl, or sorry, not pearl, angel skin coral earrings in 14 karat gold. A bunch of old antique pocket watch chains and fobs in here. Most of those are gold filled. These have definitely not been listed yet. I was holding on to them in case I got more pocket watches. I could throw those on because that adds more value if you can do that from time to time. Some gold earrings there. What else? I got this one right here. It's a nice little pocket watch. I'm just not quite sure. I'm getting some false readings on this, whether or not this is actually solid gold or gold filled. So I probably need to take it in. There's just the places I usually go, you know, they're destroyed or they're not open right now. So I can't take them. I have to go out of town for that. Here's a nice 18 karat gold antique ring, like a wedding band type of a situation. You know, we got turquoise and sterling silver here. We got, we just got all kinds of fun little stuff in here. Not really sure what's in this. What's in this? Why is this in a little container? Oh, yeah, it's like a little Pandora branded, sterling silver with gold bead that you could put on a charm bracelet. Here's a nice old school cinnabar, like an antique, export piece with dragons on it. I've also got, I don't know if you can tell, these right here, and also all of this down here, all of this stuff, this is all ivory. And I just don't know what to do with it, so I'm just holding on to it because I can't sell it legally. It's illegal to sell. We got some Natsuki carved figurines in here. We've got some just some cool stuff. I mean, it's interesting. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, and no auction house is going to work on that with me. They're not going to sell that because you just can't do it. Here's an example of one as well. You can see that, the card here, and a lot of times on the bottom or someplace they'll have the artist's name or an etching or something like that on there. Here's a little a fob, like a leather fob in a bar for a pocket watch. But I'm going to have to start digging through this stuff, stuff that's just sort of sitting here, not a whole lot's been done with it. I need to get into it. Even up here, folks, we've got some other stuff. We've got like some... we got some Native American artifacts in here, some pottery. We've got some stuff from the ocean. We've got things like, it says, what does this say here? Thunder egg. So this is basically like a geode that's been cut. Beautiful little thing. Here's a nice old fossil. I mean, all this stuff, folks, has values. If I jump up here, come on, focus for me here. There we go. I got some old fountain pens here. I've got a bunch of old nibs and things that have not been used that can go as replacements. I've got some gold-filled mechanical pencils and such. Even back in here, folks, I got all kinds of stuff like this. I hate to sell it because I found it, but like in North Carolina, you can find sapphires and rubies. And this right here is, it doesn't have the carat weight on it, but this was one I found about 4 years ago. I took to a lapidary and they cut it into a cabochon here, and that can be set in jewelry. But this is a genuine North Carolina pink sapphire. Corundum is the technical term, and I got 2 or 3 of them. That was a bigger one. Here's a smaller one, and then here's one that's not even been cut. Doggone you! Will you please focus on me? So this is what they look like, when you get them and they're in the rough, and then once they do the polishing, you're going to lose a good percentage. Of course, this one is 13.1 carats. Now, if you had that cut, it might cut it down by half, maybe 6 or 7, maybe 8 by the time you're done. Now, these are not translucent. These are not the best for facet cut, but for cabochons, it's not a problem. The creek is right down here, this little stream, but you can see how this whole area here was completely overrun with water and debris carrying all the way across here to this other little stream on the other side. You know, I'm looking for antique items. I'm not looking for stuff that washed out of people's homes. If it's trash, I'm going to trash it. If it has any value, then I think it came from someone's home, I'm going to see if I can find my way to them and get it back to them. But little antique things, pieces of bottles, stuff like that that could be good for crafting, I'm going to try to sell, get that money in the hands of people who could use it here locally. And it's just a hunting game, you know. It's just looking around, being careful and slow, and looking through the area to see what might wash up. Making sure I'm washing my hands and cleaning and sanitizing myself just to be safe as well, because it can get nasty out here for sure. There's a little something from an old plate, it looks like. Oh, it's got a number maybe. What do we got here? 43. Number 43, a little sunflower there. That's kind of cute. Look at this here, this large pole. Look at just the force that would have taken this up and wrapped these thick, hard branches around this thing and then just left them where they were. So much water. Had to have been super powerful and moving fast. Still making my way down here, and spotted this over here. Clearly from someone's home. Gonna have to put that in the trash. I don't know what kind of book this is or was. Looks like it was a dictionary. Or something like that. Yeah, man. Definitely seen better days. Not a whole lot to be found today, folks, but I'm going out a little bit here and there, taking little walks, getting some exercise, cleaning up some trash, and just kind of collecting things that eventually I can sell. Either I may do it in small lots, I may do it individually, depending on what I find. I did find, is it in my pocket? No, maybe I dropped it down here. Okay, look at this. Look at what I found today. While I was out looking around. I wasn't filming it, but I found a 1971 $1 coin, believe it or not. Isn't that interesting? It's possible that it washed out from someone's house. It's possible that it has just been in the ground. It's quite rough, but it's an interesting world out there right now. The leaves are beautiful on the trees, but you've got this tragedy, as I showed you. Every time we go into town, out of town, we're passing just rubble and debris, and it's going to take so long. But I wanted to take a moment to show you some things that have come in from viewers like you who have donated items for me to sell, to put into this community. Here's just a few of the things that I've received that I'm going to be putting up for sale real soon. Thank you, Sunita, sweet woman from West Asheville, giving us items to sell. Thank you, Timothy, for sending me things, shipping them to me. Thank you, Michael, who's reached out. Thank you, countless of those of you who have paid Super Chat money, who have sent stuff via PayPal or Venmo. Folks, at first I thought they were just like third cousins twice removed, but it turns out they're first cousins after all. And they're helping the efforts here, and it's wonderful. We're going to get this school open, putting money in the hands of people who have lost vehicles and homes and businesses and all kinds of things. We know people personally who have lost loved ones, people who, I'm sad to say, have not been found yet. We're still hoping, but it's been a month now. And as time goes on, I hear crazier and crazier stories. There's a lot of misinformation out there as well, sensationalized things, political things. But I can tell you that on the ground here, people have been super generous and kind. There are lots of groups here doing really excellent work. Could some of these groups be doing more? I don't know. That's not for me to say. All I know is that they're here now, and I see that the work that they're doing, and I want to just say thank you. Thank you for all of the work. It's going to take a long time. We're going to need more, unfortunately. But at some point, maybe you will too, and then we can return the favor. Thank you, cousins, for sticking around today and being a part of this with us. Keep us in your thoughts and prayers. Again, if anyone is moved to help out in any sort of way, please email us, slickwebmedia@gmail.com. Don't forget that we have a podcast. It's called What Sold Podcast, the What Sold Podcast. Check it out. We get on there and we talk about the things that we've sold, and we talk just about various things that have to do with the reselling business, and also about what's going on in our area right now. So check that out, and we'll be back real soon. Good luck hunting. Stay safe. We'll catch you soon.
Beep, boop, boop,
Let's go make some money.
Rusty,
Rusty, have